From Senegal to Sugar Hill, trace the bloodline. 100 years of brilliance through the color line. They thought the shackles broke but kept the mental chain. Langston penned the future while they legislated pain. Harlem's ballrooms birthed the cosmos in mahogany, while lynching trees still decorated southern botany. Josephine, Wakers, pearls, and Garvey's Navy ships. Du Bois debating destiny with scholarship on his lips. The Renaissance was a renaissance, it was resistance, fam. Every trumpet blast from Armstrong was a battering ram. They gave us minstrel shows, we gave them Sora Neal. Turned depression into art, made the fabricated real. Cotton Club excluded us from tables every set. To form the Venus Nightly, never free from the deck. But Bessie Smith could shatter glass, shatter cash, shatter lies. Every note she sang contained a revolution in the sky. Build temples from the rubble, make cathedrals from the struggle. Turned the margins to the center, now they study what we scribble. We built temples from the rubble, every generation double the inheritance of genius that they tried to keep us from. Fast forward through the decades, watch the pattern reassemble. Malcolm's speeches, Martin's marches, every voice begins to tremble to the earth until the structure shows its fractures. FBI was tracking every coon with every pastor, every actor. 40 acres never came but 40 minutes on a stage. To reconvene your consciousness and channelize the rage. From bebop to hip-hop, the fool lines mathematical. Each generation weaponized the beautiful, the radical. They gave us Reagan, now there's crack and mass incarceration. We gave them Public Enemy and blueprints for liberation. The Harlem Renaissance never ended, just evolved its form. Every freestyle cipher is a brainstorm, he's a storm. Where the children of the talented, the tent that was prophesied, inherit the fire that the water couldn't wash aside. They tried to write us out the narrative. We offered all on text, 100 years of proof, and that we're destined where was next. Temples from the rubble, made cathedrals from the struggle. Turned the largest to the center, now they study what we scribble. We built temples from the rubble, every generation double the inheritance of genius that they tried to keep us from.
All right, this is Under the Groove Podcast, and we are touching bases with the people. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope that everything is everything with everyone. It was a grand rising, man. We'll see soon enough, man, who were fortunate enough, man, to make it here. All right. Like I said, it's Friday night, man. This is a night that, hey, man, we kind of, let loose a little bit. You know what I mean? We shake off, previous days, man. Get out there, man, and, just try to enjoy ourselves, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But do keep in mind, man, that everything should be done in moderation, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, man, take care, take care. No matter where you go, what you do, or who you with, watch yourself, And I say that because the fact of the matter is, man, people don't give a damn about us, man. All right. Just know that, and you always have to keep that on the forefront of your brain, man. Don't take no unnecessary risks, chances, man, out there. Try not to be. Attempt to not be by yourself, just doing things, man, where no one knows what you're doing. Always, try to make or allow somebody to know how you're doing, what you're doing, and where you are. It's, we call that putting security on you, Usalamu, That's what that is, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So again, here we are. This is Under the Groove Podcast. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you see fit. Well, I'd like to send out to the RGC, man, this request. Hey, man, get in here. Let's do this thing, man. Like, share, comment. And if you haven't subscribed and you're a part of the RGC, shame on you. All right. Let's get that in right now. Also, we have another channel. It's called All Things Politics. That channel, I think is doing, it's fairly new, but I'm trying to get it up and running. That content will be just strictly politics, geopolitics as well as national politics. Talk about a little bit of everything, everything under the sun. I think that's a wise thing to do, just to keep us informed. Let us know what's being said, what's being done, what's coming down the pipe, set us, so forth and so on. There's nothing wrong with that. That said, got something in my eye, man. That said, let's get into this thing. I was sent a clip today, and most of the brothers that, give well. Before we do that, man, let me send my shout out to the people, man, RGC. I mean, peace and blessings, everybody. Y'all already know how it go, but we're going to do this anyway because that's the thing to do. greet my brothers and sisters. How's everyone? I hope everyone is doing fine. As far as me and mine, we're good. We're good. We are good. So I'm content with that. You know. That being said, hopefully everyone is in the same boat or that same frame of being where they and them, those of your family, are well. All right. I see we jumping off, man. We getting there kind of fast. Let me catch up. All right, Antonio, you already know what to do, bro. And love. All right. All right, right back to you, brother James. Salute and happy Friday. Let's get ready for tomorrow and Sunday. Like I said, let's enjoy our lives as best we can without bringing to our lives, man, any more mess or unnecessary BS than we need or than we already have. Just living life is sometimes BS. So try not to compound that with some more shit. You know what I'm saying? That would be the thing to do. Just enjoy life, man. Enjoy yourself. Always carry yourself a certain way and know that someone is always watching. For what reason, I don't know. But somebody's always watching us. So stay on your game. Stay on your game and be safe. Again, enjoy yourself, but be safe. All right. That said, James, I'm over here twisted a little thing for this hot black tea. You already know how it go, man. I've been in the lab all day. I've been in here all day, man, researching, and only because some of the research I already know. I've already known. I already knew, but I wanted to compile more. I wanted to see if I could stuff more in my brain because, like I said, a clip was sent to me today, and hey, man, I didn't like it one bit. I didn't like these individuals that dropped this piece or said what they said. In fact, I have it already queued up. I want to show it to you guys, man. And this is the way of the world, man. We got people they'll smile in your face and they, hey, bro, and that, and man, they hate our guts, man. Don't want to see us with nothing. Don't want to see us with anything. And we done gave everything for this whole situation, man. We done gave everything. Want to deny us ours. You worry about your own stuff. Anyway, there that go, and we're gonna jump into that in a hot second. All right, man. Get that thing nice and right, man. Nice and right. James going to say, how's everything going with you? I'm always sending mine to you and yours. I appreciate you. Under the Groove, better than television, and that's real. More people need to tune in with this Get Out, and I agree. I concur wholeheartedly. We need to bring them in here just so they can understand this vibe. And I'm pretty sure that once they get a bar of it, they'll want to stay. They'll want to do what we do, do how we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I'm keeping true to that 4 days a week now. I think that's cool. I was just saying the other night, I think 5 days need to be incorporated. We go from Monday to Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, we take a break. We relax. We chill, we let the days, pile up, man. Come back Monday and, hey, let's put it in. Let's talk about whatever it was a couple of days, prior, that had you smiling, laughing, dancing, shucking or jiving, Nothing wrong with that, man. Like I say, everything has to be in perspective. That's what I think. We have to keep everything in its proper perspective. That eliminates a lot of shit. Again, a lot of bullshit. And, God knows, man, we have enough. We have enough. So I appreciate that, James, as always, bro. Right back to you, man. Peace and blessings, man. Love, man. Be one first, man. That's what it is with me. All right, see, when I see you, you made it. Like I told you, man, better late than never, sis. So shoot, once you get it, it's fine. We know you good. Now, when y'all don't show up, and I'm pretty sure that, we wonder. The RGC be like, all right, where's so-and-so? Where I ain't seen Al. Well, a couple of days now. And brother, I hope you're doing well. I hope you and Young King are fine. Prioritize that. I do say that, when you have the time and your priorities allow you to come in, man, and bless us with your presence and your gems, them jewels that you be dropping as tools, You're more than welcome to be here. We look forward to you coming, man. Just come on. All right, C1, we got you. B1 people, in case you don't know, Black First. Black First. James, you going to say it's real cool. I see you're going live 3 days in a row now. And I know that momentum is going to keep carrying into a full-time schedule. I just want to thank you again for pushing to unite our people. Again, man, this is the thing, right? I appreciate that. Thank you. I think this is a concerted effort. You get what I'm saying? So when we dish out, you know what I'm saying, our kudos, our praise, our thanks, we got to do that to everybody. It goes, you know, I want everybody to know I appreciate you guys as well. You know, that's some real shit, you know, because it's us that's, you know, interacting. It ain't just me. We interact together. That's what make this thing. I think that's what set this thing above other get downs. I watch certain podcasts and I don't see an interaction. In fact, I take that back. There may be two or three, and they're Black channels. They're not with the messy stuff. And every now and then I see them responding to comments and say, hey, so and so, da da da, and then they go right back to the story, and you don't hear nothing else from them, or in terms of speaking to their audience. You know, I think there's this thing. Yeah, we want to convey information, education, ideas, opinions. Yeah, that's cool. That's what this for. But at the same time, we want to connect, I think, with the people. I think that should be the whole purpose of the get down. You know, in a lot of respects, when we talk about the negative shit, yeah, they do that. You know, they connect with those that want to hear and see the stuff they drop, but they don't talk to the people. That's something I do notice, you know. Yeah. But this is what we do, and I'm comfortable with it. I love the fact that everybody's in here. And again, this is not something, it wouldn't be viable. It wouldn't be possible. It would not be what we are trying to make it into if you guys weren't a part of this. So this ain't all me. This is all us. This is all us. Because like I said, I know any of y'all could go find something else to do if you chose. You know what I'm saying? So it's just appreciated that we're all here. So thank you. All right. But yeah, like you, James, when I'm done, I might, you know, get the bowl, man, and, you know, 1 or 2 talks. I'm cool. You know, I'm cool. All right. C1, blessings also to you and yours. James asks, do you have any documentaries that you would recommend, Brother Bub? I would love to watch something that I may not have gotten to. I'm heavy into the documentaries because knowledge is power. I'm gonna tell you something, especially in the joint. I watched damn near all the documentaries, man. All of them. PBS was one of my favorite channels. There was another, I think it ain't not AME or the History Channel. It was something like that I used to watch. But some of my favorite documentaries were, my favorite documentary of them all is Eyes on the Prize. Because I thought that was all encompassing. It didn't just talk about the civil rights movement with Dr. King and all them brothers, Abernathy, Jesse Jackson, all them. It brought in all elements of the movement, you know, those who were nonviolent and those who were with the business, you know. So, I mean, I ate that up, man. That was my get down in terms of documentaries. My wife, she watches I think my wife watches documentaries at least once a day. You know, some of them, you know, I'll sit down with her, and then others I'll be like, that ain't my flavor. You know, I'm good. You know, but in terms of what my favorite is, yeah, it would have to be Eyes on the Prize. Also, there was a documentary on Malcolm. I checked that one out. There was a documentary on Marcus Garvey. I checked that one out. Nowadays, we were just watching Attica today, and I was like, damn, and I watched Attica was one of my favorite documentaries because I always want to remind myself what they're capable of, you know, how they really get down. And I was watching it today, man. I had to stop watching it, man, just the brutality. And people, some cold people, man. And then, you know, I stopped watching it, not because, you know, my disposition is weak, but it was I couldn't stomach just keep looking at what they did in the end to them brothers, man. You know, I didn't like it one bit, man. But that's how that go with the documentaries, man. Mostly for me, I do a lot of reading. Um, I interact with AI. I try to confuse AI. That's really my thing now. Because the histories have been erased, manipulated, twisted, turned around, all this. So I would ask a specific question that I think AI is actually used to hearing. I'll ask it first and they'll come back with whoop and I'll read it and I'll rebut it by saying, well, what about something contradictory what AI responded to? And then they'll go, well, yeah, that may be so. And and I'm like, well, then what you said, well, I'm fucking with AI, man. I'm trying to see if I could break AI. So that's what I do now. And in fact, I was on AI today. I bullshit you not. I was on AI today, back and forth with that thing, man, till they got it right for like 2.5 hours. And when they got it all right, I copied all of it, and printed out on the printer, like, all right, for me, what I'm understanding about AI, they'll give you the surface shit, but the deep dive, you have to elicit, you have to say certain things to elicit the stuff, the undercurrent of stuff. You got to peel the layers off the onion to get to the meat of it, and that's what I do when I'm messing with AI. So I knew going into it, I was going to have to, be battling back and forth with AI to get to what I knew exists in the records, and it was 2.5 hours. By the time I was done, though, I had like pages of shit. And I did all that. I say all that to say this also. I did all that based upon the clip that was sent to me today. And again, it lit a fire in me. I'm like, these MFs, man, ungrateful ass people, man, ungrateful. But anyway, yeah, as far as the documentaries go, yeah. And then too, I know for me, a lot of documentaries, it depends on also, and I have to say this. I'm like this about, especially when it comes to our history. I need to know who did the documentary. I'll get a name and I'll hurry up and try to find this person. I'll look at them. I'll look at their marital status. Who they married. Where they went to school, and that would pretty much tell me, okay, how you were educated or who you were educated by. That's my get down. I've even went so far where I researched one individual, found what school they went to, and found the professor at that time, white dude, and then they go and find a lot of his previous work. Dude was a stumped down racist, a closet racist, man. And I'm like, yeah, see, I'm real keen on that type of stuff. I want to know who our people, especially when our people are giving us information, who gave it to you, man? Who's your prime source of not just information, but who educated you? And how deep did you go into education? So that's what it is for me, man. But yeah, documentaries, like I said, I'll sit down with my wife, and there ain't too many I'm kind of feeling, but that's for her. She like them. She like it. I love it. All right, see, when you say you too, sir, be safe. 5 Deuce Lone Wolf, huh? You say finally caught alive. What up, family? 5 Deuce Lone Wolf. That's a new one, y'all. So I imagine just by your comment, you've been trying to get in. You have a schedule. Your schedule didn't align with that 6:15 shot, but here you are. It's Friday. Hey man, how are you? Hope you're well. Hopefully you're well. I'm trying to, line up that 5 Deuce Lone Wolf with who I know that is. So it's kind of, it's escaping me right now. And hopefully before this thing is over, I'm made aware who it is. All right. But nonetheless, bro, peace and blessings. Good to see you up in here. You know how we do, man. If you know me and I know you, you know how we do, This is Under the Groove Podcast, and this particular thing, this segment, this episode is every Tuesday every Friday. The title is Touching Bases with the People. That's what we do, bro. You know, we get loved ones in here. We get brothers from everywhere in here. All right. Crips, Bloods, non-affiliate, you know, working, not working, you know, sick, well, you know what I mean? You know, we get the masses in here, man. We trying to get just the people to come in here and let's chop it up like we supposed to. All right. But again, homie, welcome, homie. Jump in. All right. This is RGC. That's the Royal Group Congregation. You know, and we all locked in. It's a unit right here. All right. So come on, man. I see you, Pope. You say I stumbled on UTG Live. What it do, bub? And shout out to the kings and queens on the best chat in LA. Peace and love. Right back to you, homie. Salute. You already know how it go, man. Wondering how you doing. Supposed to have tapped in with you today. I wanted to anyway. We got tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, and hopefully, if you're not busy, I can boom. We can chop it up for a little bit. Like I was telling everybody, I've been here all day. Well, got up early this morning. I didn't go in. You know, I got up this morning. Boom, went to the back, man. Messed with my dogs, man. Build a fence back there and everything. Got through with that, man. Came in, showered. Boom, came right in here. I've been in here ever since, man. I've been here ever since. Going down this rabbit hole. That's the only way to explain it, too. That's the only way to explain it. Damn rabbit hole. But yeah, I'm good, bro. And I hope you're just as well. You're doing all right over there, man. You and the family, bro. That's right. She said Grand Rising. Yeah, it's C1's. She just getting up, probably. You know, that time difference, something else over there, man, in the deep. All right, yeah, we gonna long wood. Oh man. Hold on, y'all. We got a phone call. You have a prepaid call from That's Lion ass. The Pelican Bay State Prison, Crescent City, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. All right. You have a prepaid call. You will not. Thank you for. Yeah, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hey, bro, what's happening? What's happening, man? Man, doing a live right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's happening? You good? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm straight, bro. I know you're all right. Who? Which one? I got about 2 or 3 in there. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone, homie. Yeah. Hey. What you got? You got school tonight? No. I go Monday and Tuesdays, and we're not gonna be going for like almost Friday the rest of the month. They have motherfuckers got physical up in one of them classes. Yeah. All right. But listen, hit me back at about 9, all right? Okay, for sure. Yeah, hit me back at 9, bro. All right. One love. All right, bro. All right, yeah, that's the homeboy line, man, up in Pelican Bay. And I'm glad I ain't in there. You talking about my nephews. I got a couple of nephews up in there, man. I got 3 nephews, man. And dudes don't listen, man. Dudes don't listen. But anyway, man. All right, James, man. I see you, man. You say, absolutely, bub. Do it how you do it. Whatever is comfortable to you. Salute to your beautiful queen as well. Happy Friday again, all the way around to you and your loved ones. Likewise, bro. Keith Kloss, I see you, man. Peace to Keith Kloss, man. He in the chat tonight, y'all. He's hanging out with the RGC. You know? I appreciate that, man. How you been, bro? Hopefully everything is everything. You and the wife, man, are doing how y'all like to do, man. Taking care of one another as well, man. I ain't seen you in last time. You know, I know how you get down. You be putting in that work, man, with that academy, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, Lil Zoe had tapped in the other night, which was a good look, man. Because he had I ain't seen her from him since y'all was down there last, so it was a good look, man. That Zoe tapped in. You know, hopefully you good, bro. H is right back to you, man. Oh, you say you're working hard. C1 says she's working hard on launching her EP. All right. Folks say I didn't know you added some more days, but it's good medicine to our soul. And what it do, Queen? Yeah, bro. We like Tuesday to Friday now, you know, all live and shit. But I was just saying yesterday and the day before that I'm thinking about Monday now, going 5 days a week. Now Miz is calling me. Golly. Oh, let me plug his phone up. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me see what Miz. Hey, Miz.
Hey, I got Dooley on the line, man.
All right, hey, y'all. Look, hey, Dooley, what's it do? What it do, bro? How you doing?
Hey.
All right.
He on the line, Dooley. Hey, what's up with you, big bro? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. How are you, man?
I'm doing all right, loved one.
All right.
And I seen your show, man, and I went and visited your channel. The brother told me that you had put the piece up there that we put together.
Yeah.
And I went to see it. I thought you was just gonna do a commentary. I said, "Damn, bro, broadcast your whole show."
Yeah, the whole thing, bro.
I said, "I like him, man."
Yeah.
I looked at your channel, and I remember you told me you was gonna slowly start going into a community. I said, "Man, he did what he said."
I did what I said. And, you know, and I've been saying that, Dooley, from day one. Actually, I know that a lot of loved ones thought it was gonna be something else, and I don't mean to disappoint anybody, but I mean to try to do better for us in our community, man. So yeah, I'm sticking to that script, bro. In fact, y'all, don't mean to cut. I'm doing a live now while I'm talking to y'all. You know, you know the people. You know but you know this is family, man. We up and running 4 days a week, man. We just talking about doing 5 days a week now, live stream. So, hey, if it's cool with y'all, let me hit y'all back. All right.
Yeah, that's right. We want to support you, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm right now, Dooley, if you don't mind, just go in for a minute or two, give me a like, you know, and share it with me, as you know. Yeah, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. All right, bro. All right. Yeah, y'all, that was Big Miz, man. You know, that's bro, man. I actually got love and respect for Miz. I don't, hey, you know, yeah, you know, I think he's solid. The piece I dropped, I think yesterday, it was Youth Life Challengers or Changers. That was Miz talking and mentoring these young brothers, man. And I just thought it was my responsibility. And man, I have a platform. You know, is it cool? Can I drop this? Like, hell yeah, bub, go ahead. I wasn't even thinking about it like this. Yeah, man, I'm gonna drop this. And so the guy that Miz is real cool with is his bro, Dooley. You know, do all the recording and stuff. You know, this brother got a whole operation too. He's you know, he's pretty good with what he do. Anyway, he was just saying, man, I thought you were just gonna do a commentary. He said, I went in, watched the whole thing. You dropped the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, homie, because that's what it deserved. I shouldn't have to say a damn word, you know, because everything that needed to be said was being said in that piece by Miz. And hey, man, I'm gonna tell you some stuff. It was all above board. It was solid. It was just righteous shit. There were gems and jewels. And hey, man, I'm telling y'all, it had me in a certain mind frame where, you know, I'm already there, but it amplified it. You know, it amplified it. It's, you know, his delivery, man, you know, his guidance and how he dealt with them young brothers and how they were so attentive and involved, you know. I was like, yeah, man, that's what's up, you know. So, you know, Miz my guy, man. That's bro, man. My brother from another mother, man. No, I don't think about nothing else. I just look at this brother as, you know, as a grown man and doing what grown men supposed to do. He's looking out for the community, man. And we both come from the streets. You know, Miz doing it before I was doing it, you know. But you know, it's a good dude, man. It's a good dude. He's a good dude. And there's a whole lot of brothers from everywhere just like that. And again, all of us don't come from gang banging, you know. We got brothers in the streets stomp down dudes, but they not affiliated with nobody. I mean, they don't, run with gangs. They might know some everybody from some everywhere. They their own dudes, and they good dudes, man. So that's what I was trying to say or convey to the people the other day. I'm the kind of man. If you straight, man, I ain't gonna ever disrespect you. I ain't gonna ever, we gonna be straight, man. We're gonna be straight because I'm gonna get at you the same way I want to be, got at, approached or dealt with, But I meet guys all the time, man. And like I said, a lot of these brothers, man, is solid, and you wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think it until you round them, and y'all start, we start interacting. But I get why a lot of these brothers are reserved, because everybody ain't to be trusted. And when we talk about, what's going on in these communities, these hoods, these sets, these gangs, man, it's a lot of backstabbing, a lot of telling, a lot of killing each other, So brothers, I think it's warranted for brothers to be cautious. But once I think real dudes recognize real dudes, man, hey, man, what can we do together, So. Yeah, Dooley, man, I salute you, man. Can't wait to actually sit down and, hey, man, and we go through some things and figure some stuff out, man. I'm with that, man. Miz know, we talk about this stuff all the time, man. So peace to you, Dooley. Miz, you already know, man. Love and respect, bro. All right, Royal Group congregation. I appreciate y'all's patience, man. I appreciate that. Got 2 phone calls in the span of 1 minute or 2 minutes. But that, that's the type of time we can afford to get our brothers, especially those, that we all right with. That's all right with us. Yeah. All right, James, you say, oh yeah. Anyway, Pope, we do the 4 days now, Pope. Tuesday to Friday, same time, 6:15 to 8:15 or 9. You already know how we go. I was just telling James and Antonio's in here and C1 and whoever else, my mind's kind of foggy right now. Got a lot of shit in my brain, but we want to incorporate Monday. We want to do 5 days a week live stream, and I don't see why we can't. I don't see why we can't. And if everyone's schedule, if the priorities, collide or align with us getting together, man, cool. If it don't, we'll be there till about 9 o'clock. You might come get the last hour, the last half hour. Doesn't matter, man. Better late than never. All right. So we're gonna do the 5 days coming up real soon. That's how that go, man. That's how we're gonna do that. All right, James. I'll see you, man. You say brothers, 5 Deuce Lone Wolf and Pope Mitchell Podcast TV. I hope all is well with you tonight. Happy Friday, Kings. Sending all my love and respect. I appreciate y'all. One. There you go. That's how it's done, though, James. All right, Klaus. All right. Yeah. So, one of the loved ones sent me a clip, like I told you guys, I mentioned earlier this morning, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I tell you why. Because, well, let me tell you about the clip first, and then y'all would understand. So you had these 3 Hispanics doing the podcast, and I looked at the clip and the brother dropped it today, but I looked and I saw that it was dropped maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe even a month. But these 3 Mexican dudes were saying, fuck giving blacks reparations. If anybody should get them, it should be the Mexicans and the Indians first, And I'm like, what? So I listened to the thing and I'm like, man, come on, man. Why? And then they wonder why we have a lot of our people are reluctant or just downright against assisting them with this struggle they're in, It'd be, there are things like that. That's just one example. That's one of many examples of how they really, let's just cut through the chase, how they see us, what they think about us, and again, man, when I saw it, I was kind of, I was peeved. It lit a fire in me. And as a result, I ended up going to do a little more research, on what I needed to research. So if I was contacted by him, my shit would be tight. Like we had this discussion, but really, I thought in my mind, like, I don't really need to go brush up on nothing. I wish you would, we can have that conversation and it'd be like nothing he's ever had. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it. That's how I see it. But I went in his comments and I let him know, I let him know, I hit him with the truth. Like, hey man, and I did it under the Groove banner with the tag to All Things Politics as well. Like, hey man, anytime you want to, chop it over me about this type of stuff you talking about, I'm more than willing, man. That's the wrong tree to bark under, to bark up, man, because everybody, man, don't go for that type of talk, rhetoric, man. And to some could consider it disrespect. That's unnecessary. People, damn, man, ain't your people going through some stuff right now? And this is what you rather focus your attention and energy on? Why you ain't on the front lines, bro? Why you not in the streets, man, with your camera, and coming back, putting it on social media. Hey, this is our experience, da 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 da. Instead, you sitting in a dark ass garage with two other Mexicans talking about what black shouldn't get. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. And then in the same breath, you're talking about we don't need y'all. Yes, y'all do. See, that's the thing I think people miss, especially people of color. They miss the fact that, and I'm saying this because I know it's true, man. It is what it is. And I can express and break that down too. People of color miss the fact that we all need each other. Period, point blank, man. That's just a fact, man. The more that we work together, the more we get done. But now, by the same token, my thing is this. I'm not willing to work with nobody, man, about doing something, lifting it until helping out others until I know mine is right. That's my address. That's how I get it. Wait a minute, man. I understand your struggle. I get it. But respectfully, man, I look like I can't fight yours and mine too right now. No, my people need my focus, my attention, my energy. We got to work together to get our shit together. And until such a time, man, there's nowhere in the world I can come and, do anything of substance, of substantive value for you when I ain't doing it for my own. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's not to say, man, I'm disregarding the struggle of other people. No, I'm recognizing that first and foremost, my people are struggling, have been, and most of our people who got it good, who do well, they tend to go and help others before they help us. So who we see in the streets, trying to do everything we can do for our people, are the people who come from the streets, who in the streets, man. That's just my take on it, man. That's how I look at it. Until such a time with blacks, man, we got our shit together. Hey, man, yeah, by all means, we're supposed to help everybody else. I think that's our purpose. But like I've said before, man, yeah, we're the saviors. I think that the black man and woman are the saviors of the world. We're going to change the world. But that cannot happen until we change ourselves, get ourselves right. We're not going to, man, how the hell, we can't help nobody, man. We ain't got our own stuff together. We can barely help ourselves, man. We got black folk that won't help black folk. You know what I mean? We got black folk who see that their people are in a bad way, and instead of helping their people, you know what they do? They go help them other people who really don't need the help. They got all the money anyway. They donate to all these European charities. They sponsor. Come on, man, a whole lot of stuff going on. They drop money on these people. And I'm telling you, these people don't need that money. Now, the same way you dropping this money, man, to these people, helping these people, when you could be dropping it us, helping us, you can still do the same tax write-off, get your money back. We don't look at it like that. We got more of our own helping other people than they are helping us. And so that's my stance, man. I'm like, wait a minute, man. I know for a fact our people need us. We got to get our shit together first before we can help anybody, man. You know, that's just my take on it. And at the same time, when people go through experiences they never been through, I this is just my opinion. I think it behooves them to go through them experiences, man, by themselves, so they can get that understanding, them lessons, man, about what that stuff really entails. You know, how it's going to really affect you, change your outlook, your thought processes. You know, a lot of them don't identify with being, people of color, for real, and that's all right. That's all right. I don't knock them for that. But, if you never supported us, but you want our support, I think that's, you're a hypocrite. I think that's just some two-faced stuff. Now, couple that with the fact that, again, we ain't got our shit together. We don't have our shit together, man. And we need to get our shit together first. That's what I think. And that's respectfully, it's no disrespect. When I responded to the essay dude, his name was Big. Oh my God, I forgot this dude's name already. Okay, his name is Big Louie 13. So Big Louie 13. All right. Hey man, check this out, homie. This is really what it is, and then I read a lot of his comments to the people. Obviously, he was responding to black people, a lot of derogatory shit, no N-words and nothing like that, but shooting shots. And I'm like, all right, see that part, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, I got the clip, man. I got it queued. I want to play it. And I like I said, I just want to play it to just put, a little more light, give it more clarity, give the thought processes of some of them more clarity, more for us to think about and to understand, when it comes to, certain segments of that ethnicity and how they see us and how they deal with us, they interact with us, whether or not they respect us or appreciate us. A lot of them don't understand that. A lot of them are here because our sacrifices, and that's fine. All right. And that's why it's okay, man. Then, okay, it's you guys' time to go through some stuff. And this ain't even on no grand scale. It ain't really because Trump is catching so much flack. I think that he kind of took his foot off the pedal. I really do. Because I think what he got planned, this shit we seeing ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, man. It ain't nothing, But because the world is responding to the deaths of two white people as a result of, ISIS or Border Patrol agents' actions, this is why he taking his foot off the pedal. Now, what's missed in all this is before them two white people were killed, murdered, there were immigrants murdered, and a brother was murdered. Another brother was shot. There was no outrage, no uproar, nothing about that, nothing, So, my point to them, is, hey, man, yeah, you're in a fight. And you got to know how that shit go, man. Y'all used to, being in disagreement with us in prisons and shit, and sometimes in the streets. But it's a whole different get down, man. And people don't care about, y'all want to assimilate worse than a lot of us. In fact, that's how y'all identify. Worse than a lot of us, But they not having that, man. That's not an all-inclusive party right there. That table is not for anybody to sit at. It's just not, So I think people have to learn that. People have to learn that, man. And sometimes them hard lessons, we got to allow people to get them hard lessons, man. Get them hard lessons, man. That way, hey, they know better. They know better. See, us telling them, that didn't faze them. We told them, hey, don't do that. Don't vote for him. So y'all know what y'all talking about. Get the fuck out of here, black motherfucker. Oh, all right. You know, and out of anger, a lot of them, like, oh, fuck them. We don't need them anyway. Yeah, y'all do though. You know, a lot of them still saying, okay, we fucked up, man. Will y'all help us? And, black people, man, I'm telling you now, you rub black people the wrong way, shit, you're not going to get your way. You know what I mean? It's just, black people, they I think are the most stubborn people. That's another one of our traits. We're stubborn, you know? So I don't know, man. Until such a time in my mind where we have our shit together, our communities are starting to gel and formulate, organize, until we in all our communities are, hosting mentorships and classes for these young brothers and sisters, man. We start seeing that type of progress, man. I'm like, hey, man, no, man. And so again, man, with Miz and Dooley and them doing that, I don't that thing with Miz did, I tell you, it's phenomenal, man. It just made me like, damn, I want to do that. I promise you, I want to do that. I have a cold desire, man. I have a just inside me desire, like, man, our brothers and man, our brothers and sisters. We need to start talking to our people, man. We need to communicate with our people. When Miz did that shit, I'm telling you, I felt it in my soul. I'm like, I'm lacking. That's how I see it. So as a result, I want to do more. Now I've been wanting to do more, but I feel like now that motivation is so great. He motivated me in such a way, man. It's just incredible, man. I mean, I'm talking to him like, hey, man, how do I get to that point to where I can do that? You know what I mean? That's how I'm dealing with it. That's my approach to him. Can I do that? So yeah, man, we got work to do. And I think that go for everybody, man. And I mean other ethnicities, man, other groups of people, other demographic segments of people. We all have our own work to do. Because technically, truthfully speaking, we all fucked up. Only ones got some shit going on for real, or them ish people, white people, and some Asians, maybe a sprinkle too here, in the Indians. You can see where they're trying to build shit. You can see where they work together and they're putting shit together. You know what I mean? Those are the only people I actually see getting shit done. What we see in our community is just, somebody coming in, buying up some property, start a store. Everybody got the individual store. It's no conglomerate. They don't do it like that, And I think that was our problem. That's where we messed up when we had the opportunity to do a whole lot better than what, when we had the opportunity to do better, we did it. Everybody did the same thing. We got him an auto body shop, tire shop. We got him a little store. Everybody, but nobody came together. And you see the same shit. And I don't care what nobody say. It's the same thing. Most of them do their thing solo. Get their bread together, man. Go buy, cheap property in the community, or put some money down on 10%, maybe 20. Lease a storefront building. Boom, just throw anything up in there. Candy, socks, t-shirt, toothpaste, deodorant. Boom. So we all got issues. Yeah. Ain't nobody really doing nothing, man. It's all capping. Again, this whole thing, this whole mindset is a divide and conquer mindset. Again, you know, we're doing shit based upon their playbook. Their playbook dictate our get out. It dictates how we see things, you know, how we say things, how we act towards things, you know. All of us are so indoctrinated with BS, man. We don't even know how to just, you know, speak right, think right, act right. Not just to others, but to ourselves. We don't even know how to treat ourselves right, man. Just look. Shit is so obvious, you know. Yeah, man, that's what that is, man, with me. So and you know, again, respectfully, you know, I ain't, you know, my mind ain't focused on, man, fuck them. I ain't got time for that, homie. I really don't. I really don't. So I don't waste my time. We don't do on here, man, episodes about, you know, them. I don't, you know what I mean? That's so waste our time and energy. Now I'm kind of bent out of shape because I'm like, damn, man, y'all ain't figured this shit out yet. Now y'all acting like everybody else, man. You know, well, we want some clicks and some likes. Let's say this. Damn, homie. Not understanding what that brings. You know, just like a lot of brothers, man, on social media, you know, perpetuating bullshit, not really caring about the consequences. Only thing that matters, man, are we gonna get some hits and likes? If we say this, what you think your numbers will be? You know, come on, man, for real. But yeah, man, shit's crazy, man. Shit's crazy. All right, well, cool fool. I see you up in here, man. Let me get back to this, man. And I don't mean to go on a tangent like that, y'all. You know, our thing, man, our energy, you know, we got to really, we got work to do. Shit. You know, let's just be 100. We got work to do. I see you in here, Rakufu. What's happening? Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start with it. James said, "Man, I'd rather be here than anywhere else. My time is yours whenever you're live, bub. Real talk." And I appreciate that, y'all. The RGC appreciates it. Rakufu say, "Cooley High." What we talking about? Movies? I got some stuff lined up for night, man. After this, I'm gonna go check me out a couple of movies. I'm gonna go to the oldest one first, and then work my way up. You know, we got some stuff lined up, man. Hidden Colors, Hidden Colors. Rakufu, is that the movie about the sisters that work for NASA? I think that is. I ain't too sure. I'm not too sure. And I know that one of them sisters is the reason why that they have GPS. You know, uh, names on the tip of my tongue. I think, matter of fact, this. I don't want to say nothing that ain't true. I don't want to put nothing in the atmosphere. But her name was in the news about 4 days ago. About 4 days ago. Hold on. Let me get. It's called Hidden Colors. I think I know that movie. I've seen that movie as man. I don't think I know it. I've seen that. The woman who worked for NASA that created the GPS.
Gladys West.
Yeah, Gladys West.
Developing GPS. She worked at the U.S. Naval Weapons
Mathematician. She played a critical pioneering role in development of the global positioning system. Gladys West. She the one that programmed their computers. And in fact, see again, this like when I mess with AI, man, I deep dive on their butt. So they give me some stuff where they say it seems as though they're not want, you know, they don't want to give her all the credit. Oh, she worked with or she was a part of, phrases of, statements like that. That's when I go in on them. I'll start asking more specific questions. And the reply or the statement of what is or what was said previous, it changed. It changes. The good part about it changes in sections though. So they'll give me what they already said. When I ask another question, they'll give me the new part and I can go and, work between the two. And then, okay, tax and more shit they said in the second part, so I get it all the way to where it's supposed to be. Very exceptional woman. She's the one that programmed IBM's computers back in the 50s. All right. Go on then. Yeah. James, all right, bud. Thank you. I doubted that. Eyes on the prize. Yeah, that's the one though, man, for sure. Rakufu said, "Did you watch Attica, the movie with Samuel Jackson?" Oh man, yeah. All right. So yeah, listen. And I know I'm behind right now, y'all. So we put it on. When I come in the bedroom, relax one night. The Waiupi prison guards are walking up on another prison guard, and they on his neck about something. So I'm trying to pay attention, and they said, "Yeah, you're gonna have some balls that they won't. Let's go." And so when they go up to the tier, that they go to Samuel L. Jackson door, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, I know that's I know that music, man. I know that movie, And he got his back all the way up on the wall. I'm like, "Yeah, see, I don't know if I'm going to watch this, And yeah, certain shit, man. I just, I tend to want to forget a lot of shit. It don't put me in the right frame of mind. I don't like abuse. I don't like brutality. On a lot of shit I don't like. It's hard for me to just deal with sometimes. So I know it's best for me just all right. Don't look at that. Triggers. I know my triggers. But yeah, my wife watched it, and she got her TV and I got mine. So I looked at whatever I looked at, man. I ended up actually going to bed, but I can hear the shit, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty glad I didn't watch it. But anyway, yeah, man, I ain't get a bar of it, man. I ain't get a bar of it. That's the second one I didn't watch, bro. James said, man, I feel the same way. The reality of what we've been through is bad enough, but having it displayed and portrayed and rendered in a movie code adds insult to the injury in my eyes. A reminder of our lives. And I think, man, a lot of movies, man, I think are made intentionally to make sure we don't forget certain treatments. To make sure that if one is there, an inferiority complex, to make sure that it stays in place. You know what I mean? I think a lot of shit that they continue to put in front of us, they do it to weaken us. And I don't want to participate in that shit. That's why I say I don't watch slave movies. I don't watch police brutality movies. I don't watch prison movies. I don't, just a lot of shit I won't allow myself to take in anymore. Because I know that shit all too well. Was never been a slave, but I was a slave. You know what I mean? Been brutalized by the police, man. On the street and in prison. You know what I mean? Been fighting police my whole damn life. I know prison. And that shit ain't nothing nice about prison, man. I don't do pieces about prison and shit like that. Police. I just man. We got to figure out something more, man. We got to bring something new to the table for our people to latch on to start putting in here. So when they visualize shit, they see something totally different than what they want us to see about ourselves. That's what I think. That's what I think, man. So that's why I don't indulge in a lot of shit. I don't get drunk. I don't get high. I might hit my little shit. I grow my own shit too. So every now and then, I'm not an everyday dude. You know what I mean? Some of that shit, man, it alters. You know what I'm saying? Not just perception, man, but it alters you, the person. So that's why I say, man, we were talking earlier, man, just everything in moderation, you know, everything has or should be done in moderation. That way you are still um, at the helm, you're still in control. Never let or allow anything get the best of you, man. And sometimes when we indulge ourselves too much, that's exactly what happens. That indulgence gets the best of us, So, but yeah, man, that's how I take that too, bro. I'm not with that shit, James. Like I say, man, my mind, my energy, I just, and I know that, this is, I think this is a common sentiment with our people, man. We just want to see us do better. That's all, man. I don't need to be reminded of where I came from, I just need to know, man, that we survived that. Now let's go forward. Because we got all the tools, man. We just not building shit. We just sitting around like we construction, we a contracting company where with tool belts and shit, but we ain't built shit. We know the business, but we ain't built nothing, man. That's what my mind be at. That's what I want to visualize on. I want to see a movie where, man, brothers is doing the damn thing. We not always in prison and thugs and pimps, killing each other, telling on each other. Hey, man, I don't like that shit, man. Shit ain't cool, man. And this is what we get fed about ourselves. This is what we get fed about ourselves. That movie, Sinners, was a cold message. I don't know if everybody watched it, but I watched that thing about 5 times. Cold message. And you got a lot of bigots or upset that they got that many nominations. They broke the record. They broke the record, man. They're upset because of the message, man. Black director, the message, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, this I'm gonna deal with this though. Gonna get it done. I'm with that. So yeah, man. What we put in is what we give out, man. That's why when we talk, y'all, and I say, man, you gotta love yourself. Because if you can't love you, you can't love me, man. You're not gonna be able to give me that. You can't give that if you don't have it, Real shit, man. And that's why I say what I say, I could be upset as hell with my brothers, but I love them. I love them, man. I love me enough to know, man, okay, man, we fuck up sometimes. We make mistakes. A lot of us don't know, man, we need love. We need to be loved, man. A lot of us got love, don't know how to give it, That's not just to others, but themselves, man. That's just me, man. And and I don't mean it, but we got to do better, man. That's all. James, you say we overcome what most can't and won't. It's the strongest brothers and sisters in this platform, in our neighborhoods and our cities. There's nobody like our people from head to toe, inside out, one. It's real shit, man. And we all over the world. I'd like to pay homage, man, to them brothers over in Africa, man, in the Sahel. Man, they not even playing no more, man. I don't know what, they got tired, man. They say, all right, man, we already know this shit. We understand how these people have colonized us and raped us and killed us and took our shit. Man, one day, man, in 2022, the shit ended. Now you got other African nations saying, oh, we can do this. We can start thinking for ourselves, for real. How can I be down? Let me in, coach. You got all these African countries now saying, okay, I'm down. What do we got? What do we need to do? You got the 3 lines of the Sahel telling them, hey, man, take responsibility, man. Be accountable not just for yourself, but for your people. But again, they can't do that if they aren't that accountable. You feel me? That's how that shit work, man. People talk about Traore, they talk about Goita, they talk about Tiani, man. Them brothers are all individuals first and foremost who are accountable. They hold themselves accountable. And so therefore they can pass that accountability over to the people and say, man, this is what it's about. Man, the Western world are highly upset. So much so with, man, they drawing up plans to try to go to war with these brothers, man. All because these brothers said, man, wait a minute, man, we got to get our shit together. We know this, we know this movie, man. We know this music, man. We tired of that shit. We tired of dancing to that. We tired of watching that. We tired of seeing that. So this is what we doing. And they doing it. The Western world is upset because now you messing with their money. You know, you messing with their rule, you know, their power. You know, the table wasn't set for y'all. What do you mean that we have to leave, or we can't have this uranium, or we can't have this gold, we can't have this lithium, we can't have this bauxite? What? We need this for our shit. Not only that, but we're gonna get it cheap or you're free from y'all, and we're gonna sell it. Sell most of it, keep some of it. Make us rich. What do you mean? That's what we lacking, man. We lacking that over here. We're lacking the ability to say, all right, man, enough's enough, but not just to say it, but to get up and act on it. And this is why I give Smears his medals, because he got up, he acting on it, man. He acting on it. And whatever going on in that brother's life, I don't know, but this is what I see him doing. He acting on it. And make me think, I'm like, hey, man, then I'm lacking. And we should all think that way. You know, get it together to where, man, we all right, to the point where we can go and say to somebody else or help somebody else to be all right. That's what's happening. Everything else, man, it's just, you know, it's the same old same. It's the same old same, man. None of us ever done this, man. This is some new shit. There's nobody more daring and adventurous than us. Shit, man. I'm all in. I was on the head yesterday, man. Well, I try, okay, to line me up, man. No, I ain't gotta get paid for that shit. Shit. You ain't gotta give me a dime. Shit, let me get it from my young brothers and sisters. Man, and again, all I need to do is catch one. Is to ignite one mind. That's it. Come on, man. Fuck this, man. I mean that shit. Anyway, there you go. All right, Al, I see you, bro. Say salutations to you, bub, Queen Nzinga, and the entire RGC. Happy Friday to all. Peace, love, and respect. Black people. Be one, everyone, in case you don't know, equals black first. Black first, man. You know? That's the stance, you know? That should be the mindset. You know? Black first, man. Yeah, salute, bro. See you up in this thing, man. Yep. I don't know. I want to run that clip right quick. And then, you know, I'm going to let it go because I have it queued. It's just sitting here looking at me. Let me run this right quick. And then, you know, we're going to move past this, man. Because I think it's, you know. Wait a minute. I got that. And let me do it like this. All right, everybody, hold tight. No, let me go back. 1 second.
You better turn your radio back.
So what is Black Lives Matter that they want to be paid
for being what is it, slaves and all that?
Reparations.
Yeah, there.
Are you talking about? Well, I heard they passed in North Carolina.
Yes.
It was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So
yeah, and that's what we, the Rafa, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major. We, the Rafa, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody gave reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. And turn around and tell them, no, nobody gave reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money to a specific group, dog? This is the United States, a melting pot. How are you going to give it to a specific group?
Because right now they've got the white people with so much guilt. It was your parents.
This is how they feel about us, y'all. Straight up. Time and time again, we are seeing.
All right, man. Yeah, I just wanted to drop that piece right there, man. I just wanted to drop that right there, man. You know, shit. You know, I got, man, there's so much I could say to that, you know, for real, it's unnecessary. It go without saying, you know what I mean? But I wanted y'all to get a bar of that, man. And this is the thought processes, man. And if they mention it on that level in that podcast, then how many more are thinking that, you know? I mean, so what? You know, the fact of the matter is you should look at it like this. If we get it, then that sets it up for y'all to get it. Why would we get it first? Hell damn, man. We built this shit. We built this shit. You know? Shit. Not only that, man, hey, you know, so there that go, man. I just wanted to drop that and get that out of the way, man. I you know, you know, shit. Now I'm thinking, I'm second guessing myself. I need to drop that, man, because I don't think that's something we're not aware of in terms of how a lot of them think and shit, you know, or feel about us. But, you know, it's good. James said, man, make the best of now so we can have a future to pass on for the ones after. Every day we got to make some progress, people. Every day. So, and again, you know, this is said often enough here. A grand rising actually means something, man. You know? And for me, first and foremost, it's my spirit reawakening. You know, it's giving me something new. My spirit is new. It's an old soul. I mean, it's here. It's, you know, yesterday is here today, but I'm waking up, man. You know, the spirit and the soul is fresh, man. It's a grand thing to rise, man, from slumber, because the fact of the matter is, it could have went the other way. Grand rising, man. So when you get that, you are afforded that. You're blessed with that. Shit, man. I'm telling you, man, every time I get up, 10 toes down, I be like, whoa. My heart beat a little faster. I get excited because I don't know what the day holds, but one thing I do know, I ain't gonna let it get the best of me. Then, you know, I put my armor on, man, get my sword and my shield. I'm down. You know, it's a battle. You know, I'm refreshed. I'm reborn, and I'm another day. You know, to attend this world, be a part of this Get Out again. You crazy here. You don't think I'm excited? I'm not depressed about shit, man. I love the fact that I'm awake. I'm living, man. I have another opportunity, man, to do better. Like you said, James, today than I did yesterday. Don't nothing trump that, bro. You know. There you go. So you say, yeah, man, make the best of now so we can have a future to pass on for the ones after. Every day we got to make some progress. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves this fine evening and going into Saturday and Sunday, y'all. You know? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Pope Mitchell podcast say to Al, man, he said, peace to you as well. Good brother, I pray for you and your family and all the team and your leadership. That is for sure inspirational. Yeah, man, Al, one of them brothers, man. Like you, Pope, James, you know, one of them brothers. All right. You know, while we up in here, man. And you brothers, I ain't even got to get in y'all conversation. Y'all been doing this for a while now. It's just that sometimes I enjoy being able to read what y'all say to one another in case those who ain't tapped into the the Royal Group Congregation chat room, they can hear what's being said. And maybe it's enough to get them going in, boom, tap in, come on, jump in. Under the Groove podcast is what we call touching bases with the people, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you see fit. That's a call that you make and only you make. We don't twist no arms. We don't press nobody about subscribing to Under the Groove podcast. But one thing is for sure, this is the people's platform. All right, the people come here, man. I don't care. You ain't where you from don't matter. Put it to you like that. Where you are from does not matter. All right. More than welcome to be here. It's about respect, though. It's about respect and unity and love here, man. No disrespect. We just don't do that here. We agree to disagree. We come back the next day. Hey, that was yesterday. What's going on, bro? What's up, sis? But everything here is done above board. We ain't with no funnies, all right? So for those of you just wondering, you're skeptical, you want to be patient, want to check it out, by all means. And you ready, we'll be here. And the same get down, our same demeanor and attitude and love for one another is going to be right here. It ain't going nowhere. So there they go. James going to say, well, no, Al was just talking. Yeah, you responding to Pope. Much love and respect. You as well, black man. I hope that all is well with you and yours also, King. James said, I'm a big supporter of the brother Jap 5. He just got home after 4 years in that joint, and I peeped that he's gained a higher consciousness about himself as a black man. I wish that brother the best. I'm gonna say this because I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying this. I spoke to him a couple of months ago when he was in there. I didn't ask him when he was coming on, none of that. I just talked to the brother, and we talked, about being accountable, being responsible men. The first thing first, man, is that you're a man, not that you anything else. You know what I mean? Level-headed brother, man. Talked to his dad the other day. So I'm, my thing is, hey man, do you, prioritize your life. Prioritize your life, man. You see fit, hey, you already know the business. I ain't no jumper type of dude. You know what I mean? I don't do none of that. There will be no need for nobody to come on here if that's the mentality, if that's the attitude, the state of mind. Again, I wholeheartedly agree that I think that this brother is on another level. Not on that, but he has a talent. He know how to flow. I would like to see if he's a real lyricist. You know what I mean? There's so many ways to do that, man, in that genre, in that game, man. I'm waiting to see, man, if he's a pathfinder, if he's a leader, because that aspect of the game needs some new directors, some new direction, some new people. What they're talking about is garbage. So, it's a lot, man. And like you, I hope the brother all the best, man. Because you can do whatever, man. He can get it done. He one of them dudes that can get it done, man. Real respect. So, again, man, with you, I wish him all the best, man. Straight up. Don't get caught up in the stuff though, man. It's easy. You know, we had that discussion on touching base with the people before that. It's so easy, man, to be like everybody else, negative, and you know, it's easy to do the bullshit. It's hard, man, to do the right shit. It's hard to stick to that and be that, you know. And for the most part, a lot of us haven't done it before, you know, so we stick to what we know, you know. You know, he's just one of many, man. And I'm pretty sure we got all kind of brothers from everywhere, all the communities coming home who have the same opportunity, maybe the same potential, gifts, talents, man, to be more now than what they were before they went in. Here's an opportunity, man. Here again, them little blessings, man. Just them little blessings, man. You got to know them when they land in your lap. And you got to treat them right. You got to respect them, appreciate them. It's the little blessings first, you know. Poke Mitchell says, you're right, Bub. It's about allowing ourselves to be reconditioned, mind, body, and soul, because trust is an issue. But at least the reconditioning will send you to the right folks. Yeah. What you say, C1? Let me go back and start off. C1, she's spitting some jewels, man. Thanks for the reminder, Uncle. Hit that like, share, subscribe if you see fit, as Uncle says. I'll be here. I'm always home. Hermit head over here. Yeah, I could dig it. Yeah, and since in the last couple of weeks, man, I think I a couple of times I went and sat with my brother, man. And that's it. You know, I've been putting stuff together. You know, for me, this is harder than I thought because I'm not a tech head. You could tell me something maybe twice, I'll forget that shit. You're pushing on buttons and then I lose everything and I don't know how to get it back. And I'm like, you know, but I'm saying that to say this is harder than I thought. And yet it's okay because I'm getting it now. You know, I'm in there to where, boom, you know, I love it, man. I ain't gonna lie. And I get excited when I say, oh shit, you did that shit. All right. So I want to get in now to, you know, graphics and shit. And I don't see, my thing is this too. And just so people know, I don't give a damn about fluff. I really don't. I think, you know, the way we need shit, it need to be cut and dry, man. It shouldn't be watered down. It shouldn't be spectacular and then make somebody want to hear them hit. No. It's the message, man. The message, man. And they ain't got to have fluff. The truth ain't never got to have fluff, man. You know? But how would some know that therein lies the truth? You know? They see some Under the Groove podcast. This is, you know, how would they know, you know? So I'm struggling with that, but at the same time, I want to learn the graphics, you know, but again, I'm against the fluff. I don't need, you know, shit popping out at you. You know, all this AI generated shit, you know. I know how to go and take a picture of something, boom, and use that as my thumbnail. That's it. Yeah. And I felt like shit, that's the accomplishment. I've done well, you know, and I hope my people understand it. But hey, man, I'd rather, you know, sit down and okay, man, what we gonna talk about now? How we gonna get this thing done? You know, how do I impart to the people, man, that in life is bigger than that, man? You know, it's bigger than flashy shit, man. You know, that's all I'm saying, man. All right, what the fuck is that? Now, whoever this is don't know no better. We don't do that. Oh man, that's Cuzzo Dooley, man. No, hey Dooley, don't do that, man. Appreciate you though, bro. But we don't do that here, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. To tell everybody, we don't do that here. We don't ask the people for a dime, man. We just want your time. Drop these, you know, these jewels, man. These, you know, these gems. You know, pick them up. You know, a lot of brothers need to do the you straight. You get it. We need a lot of other brothers to get it too. You know, one of our things though, we don't ask the people for nothing, man. You know, that's just our stance, man, and we mean that shit. You know, so thank you. I appreciate you, but don't do that no more. You know, that's why I say everybody don't do that no more, bro. You know, nah. If we gonna make anything of it, it'd be from fucking YouTube. But the people should never give the people nothing. You know, I don't take money from the people, man. I'm not them. You know. But again, thank you, man. But not again, all right? Not again. Now I feel like when we hang out, I gotta buy you dinner or a drink. Shit. Don't cloud it, bro. But hey, brother, man, I appreciate you. Thank you, all right? Thank you for listening, man. Thank you for receiving the message, man, and appreciating it to that extent. Appreciate you for that. Real shit. For supporting it. Yeah. You say keep doing your thing, bud. Much love. Stay strong, man. You know. Yeah, we come from that cloth, y'all. We come from that cloth. I don't care where you are in the world. You got to know where you come from. That cloth you come from. It's resilient. You know, and like that kente cloth. Ain't nothing like it. You know. Ain't nothing like it. You know, we come from that cloth, man, like them quilts they used to make back in the day. You know? Come on, man. Yeah, man. Trying to find my place, man. I lost my place. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, you can see what I was talking about. She's a hermit. She's always at home. Yeah. If I'm not home, hell froze over. Packing the comb. Cheers. Post say, you right, bub. It's about allowing ourselves to be reconditioned, mind, body, and soul. Yeah, I read this. Because trust is an issue that at least the reconditioning will send you to the right folks. Yeah. And that reconditioning, we're going to talk about that because that's the issue. We need to be unindoctrinated, re-educated. You know what I mean? To the point where our education it's conditioning, but it's the right kind of conditioning. You know, education, man. You know, supposed to bring to us, man. Like you said, knowledge, know-how. You know, confidence, man. A whole lot of shit. You know, whole lot of shit, man. And that's the kind of conditioning, if we're going to be conditioned, that we want. We want that kind that's going to lift us, no doubt. We want that type of education that's going to bring to us, again, man, just a widening of our minds. It's going to help our minds expand to the point where, man, confidence is not an issue, man. There's no sense of inferiority. You know what I mean? There's not this thing where, you know, you don't think you can when you can. You know, we need to be reconditioned, re-educated. That's the thing. I don't disagree. See one say here, not matter what. If you ain't white, you're all in the same boat. I'm trying to understand that one. Okay. And I know you're gonna break it down for me. James said, man, these young brothers need to enlighten themselves. We need black doctors, lawyers, black entrepreneurs, not more bangers. The more our real down brothers do right, the more others will follow suit. One. Yeah, we had that conversation. Yeah, but here's the thing too. And yeah, I support that wholeheartedly. I think that there was a time when that was the thing in the black household, the black family, the black community. You know, it was long ago, but you know, that's what it was. And that's how we had Black Wall Streets all over the country. You know what I mean? Where, you know, but the education was different, you know, and our education came from our own, you know, that's why we were like that. you know. So when we say, okay, we need these things, yeah, we know we do. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need entrepreneurs, we need politicians, you know, we need world leaders, you know what I mean? But the only way that comes to be, that comes to pass is if, you know, well, what we need to make that come to pass, we need to be educated by our own. Our education, man. See, we want these things of our people. We want our people to ascend to these positions, you know, these places, you know, these stations in their life in the world, man. But hey, man, it doesn't help us. It actually doesn't behoove us to want that for them when they aren't being educated by us. And so that means that they're being educated by others, then they are susceptible to the drafting and you know, it's a draft too, man. When they go to college and these young brothers and sisters, they're above their class, you know, fuck A's, they like genius status and shit, you know, they get recruited. They get recruited off the rip. You know, they get recruited by the richest lawyers, by the richest doctors, hospitals, whatever. They never come back. So yeah, man, we want that of our people. We want that for our people to have that ability to be all those things. But we want, and let's be honest, we want it for them so they can come back and help the community they come from. You know, so when they go to these places, man, we just had this conversation. The CIA, the FBI, they go to universities and colleges every day, man, all through any semester, and they recruit. They recruit, man. Bullshit you not, but they're not the only ones. You know, and depending on whatever the study is, whatever the curriculum, and you know, just again, truth to power. Blacks be high up in this shit, man. These pharmaceutical giants, man, all these engineers, they go get them, and they don't bring this knowledge back. They don't come back and build or create a medicine, you know, or help somebody, you know, trump, you know, criminal justice, you know, expose criminal justice, and you know, be the real, you know, deal in terms of politician for the people. They'll never make it back. And that's the way it's designed. But it's only that way because we aren't educating our children. Other people are. So they can draft them. They can recruit them. We can't. We can't go and promise them millions of dollars. You know, a $500,000 annually, $500,000 salary annually in a home somewhere where you're not going to see many of your kind, but the living's good. You know what I'm saying? We can't offer them that. Yeah, man, I agree. We need to lighten them first. Then, man, we need to have in place our own people, educating our own people. That's what it is, man. You know, because if we continue on this path, we won't get the best of the best. They won't come home. They won't come home. And who they serve is not the community, man. It's just not. What organizations do we have? Where are our hospitals? Where are our doctor buildings? Where are our law firms? I mean, in every state, and should be in every city in the state. You know what I mean? Where are our supermarkets? Where are our engineering firms? That sets up, man, you know, weekly classes, you know what I'm saying, to train other Black brothers and sisters about this craft, this trade, this knowledge. We don't got that. Well, they're not going to come back home, man. So they get recruited, they get drafted, and they tell them, oh, we're going to set you up just nice. Don't worry about it. And then we need you to show our people how to do this shit. You know, make them feel good. They're not thinking, damn, man, no, man. I'm going to show my own people this shit, you know. Shit, man. Yeah, man. We need all that. Doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, politicians. We need revolutionaries. A lot of our people are revolutionary in thought, man, in application. But man, when people go up in them universities and they see them, and they come and get them. Come on. They never come back home, man, to help us turn this shit on its ear. That's what's fucked up to me, man. You said, James, man, these young brothers need to enlighten themselves. We need to help to enlighten them also. We need black doctors, lawyers, and black entrepreneurs, not more bangers. The more our real down brothers do right, the more others will follow suit. One. That's another thing, man. We got brothers, man, that, yeah, they should feel obligated. You know? But, you know, society dictates. Not just, you know, how we act, man. And the act, how we act come from what we say come from what we think. So society, you know, we're puppets, a lot of us, you know. And then, you know, society will tell a brother in a minute who has the capacity, the ability, man, you know, the leadership to go and say to brother, stop. But society until, you know, I don't know how it gets out there, but get out there now. They ain't should be nowhere about it. Oh, them young, they don't listen to nobody, you know. So brothers, like, you know, think about self-preservation. You done been through the worst of the worst. And now you want to start thinking about self-preservation? Fuck that. Our G's, man. Need them, man. Andre Amir live, man. All right, this is a new one, man. Appreciate you up in here, Andre Amir. This is Under the Groove Podcast, brother. Please like, share, comment, all right? Subscribe if you see fit. We don't twist arms here. You know, if you think this is worthwhile, you want to sub this to get down, by all means, please do. And we appreciate you for doing it. But yeah, man, this is touching bases with the people. This is what we do, man. You know, we chopping it up, man. You say we really appreciate you and your efforts in the community. One love. Appreciate that coming from you, all right? Real spit, bro. No, real spit. This is where we get down with the get down, bro. All right. So you're more than welcome to be here, man. We do this from Tuesday through Friday, 6:15 to, you know, sometimes we go past 9, you know. But we're here, you know. We're gonna incorporate Monday, maybe next week. So it'll be 5 days a week. And our topics, man, is about B1. That being black first, man. You know, we think and we are concerned with us, what we're going through, man, as a people. So that's what we discuss here. You know, it's a discussion at this point, and we hope to turn these discussions, these topics into solutions, man, and then hopefully push them. So again, you're more than welcome to be here. We appreciate your presence, brother. One love. All right. All right, C1, what you say now, girl? And she say, we don't fuck with my dog died hard or shit. What you do about it? All right, we all been through the shit, fam. Real shit, though. Hence the unity. All B1s, of all B1s. That's right. Man, go on, sis. Ace Holmes, all righty. Good to see you back, bro. Acres home. Good to see you back, bro. You say H-Town in the building, G. There you go. Love and respect, man, to H-Town, Austin, Dallas, Houston. You know how we do. Ain't nothing but love, man. Ain't nothing but love for the people. And I hope you brothers up down there, man, all right, man. Again, man, see, this is the thing, brothers. Every time you look up, man, it's something trying to tear at the thread or the seam of our unity, man. It's something that's trying to, it's always something that's just trying to separate us, man. I don't care, you know, where it is, geography, you know, speaking in terms of the nation, it's always something, you know, that's being orchestrated, man, to, you know, create rifts between us, you know. I just want to say to all the brothers, I don't care where you are, man, where we are, man, we all we got, bro. We all we got, man. As soon as we turn on each other, man, guess what, man? That's gonna leave us by our damn selves. You're gonna find yourself alone, man. Easy pickings then. You know, the fewer of us, you know, less issues and problems they have to deal with us. We're the only force on this earth, man, that can't be knocked down. Not by them or anybody else. We're the only ones that do that to us. We're the only ones capable. And I mean for real, in numbers. You know, now couple that with all these illnesses that pop up that our people are starting to suffer from, you know, be it mental illness, you know what I'm saying, being physical illness, man, you know, and then all the other issues that are compounded upon, you know, health issues, you know, we got financial illness, educational illness, political illness, you know, all that, man. And all that does a number on it. It takes its toll on us. Our numbers, man, become depleted. We start losing the funeral every day, man, for some reason or another. Most black folk. Got black folk killing themselves now, man. That's new. We all we got, man. And so I'm saying that to all the brothers, man. I don't care where y'all at, man, where we are in the world. But especially here in these United States, man. We all we got, man. And people are salivating over the fact that there's a possibility we'll do us all in so that they won't have to die trying to do it to us. They're happy we're doing their work, man. They're happy we're doing their work. The Ku Klux Klan said, we ain't got to hang ninjas. Shoot, they out there killing each other. We ain't got to do nothing. Real shit. Man, we all we got, man. So Houston, man, hold your head. You brothers, man, stay strong, stay together. You know, stay unified, man. Stay exhibiting and, you know, embracing one another with love, man. That's it, man. And trust and know, man, a lot of these issues, man, are made up. A lot of these issues, man, come from social media, man. Or come from this fake-ass gang shit, man. A lot of these issues ain't over a brother going and cheating another brother out of his corporation. Out of the $5 million they had in the pot to build, you know, a facility for the youth on the south side, the west side, or the north side, and the east side. That ain't behind that. That shit behind DMP. About what he said about me. The fuck? Man, come on, y'all. We picking the wrong fights, man. We fighting the wrong fights, man. We fighting each other, man. I think a lot of brothers are scared to face the reality that, man, in order for us to be where we supposed to be, yeah, we got to fight them people, man. But they rather fight us first. So damn, for those of us who know, we already know, then we got to fight our own brothers before we can get to these motherfuckers. Brothers are scared of them, but when they quick to get with us, go against us, sell us out, gatekeepers, all kind of shit. We all we got, man. And this is what we see. This is what's going on. And again, social media is a part of the problem. Street shit, gangs and shit, part of the problem. You know, whole lot of part of the problems that exist for us, man. But those that stand out the most, man, social media and this gang shit, man. Then, like I say, our health, it ain't up to par. And we worried about bullshit. Man. We worried about bullshit, man. People all over the world going through shit. All over the world, man. They fucking over people of color everywhere. And here, more than anywhere else, we accept this shit. We supposed to be the vanguard, man. Black Americans, African Americans supposed to be don't take no shit type of motherfuckers, type of people. We over here, man, we didn't kick back, man. Like, I'm cool, I don't give a fuck. We ain't done shit in the last 50 years but gang bang. Make that make sense. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. We ain't done shit. The fucking gang bang for 50 motherfucking years. And they got shit to show for this shit. And then we got brothers got the audacity to talk down about for brothers wanting to do better, be more. We got brothers wanting to buck against that like, nah, fuck that. Keep gang banging. They may not say that verbatim. They might not say that actually, but look at what they're doing. A lot of them perpetuate the shit on social media in the name of the bag. We ain't done shit, man. Straight up. Queen Nzinga says, Royal Group Congregation, how are you this Friday evening? Love and respect to the kings and queens in the chat. Man, you said that like you just came in the chat, Queen Nzinga. I thought you was already in there. I must have missed something. C1 said, the more we educate each other, the closer we will be at beating them at their own game. And I'm going to tell you, that's some real shit. That's it. That's it. See, because, I think the truth is, for real, is education is the truth is education is first. See, a lot of us don't know how to love ourselves because we haven't been taught how to. Being taught is being educated. Education is first, man. That's it. We have to be re-educated, man, so that we can learn to love ourselves, man. And again, that's individually as well as collectively. Until then, man, shit. They gonna keep whooping our ass at their game, Poke, you started to say something, bub, when I think, and it stopped short, bro. Don't start that. C1 said, facts, bub, I'm sick of white Australia telling me how to feel about the genocide, kidnapping, rape of my blood relatives and people and land. Yeah, and again, y'all, this all over the world. This is all over the world, man. Some this fuck shit, man, that's going on. All over the fucking world, man. Then you go on to say C1, rape. You said, okay, kidnapping, rape of my blood relatives and people and land. That was all in the past, they say. Yet this country sends all our resources while our tax dollars subsidize the mining companies of families that contributed to the destruction of my people, 3 of which families are in the Epstein files. Hey, man, and actually, I appreciate you bringing that up. Hey, that shit deep, man. They got shit going. It was shit going on there. A lot of us ain't even fathom, man. We ain't been even begin to think was taking place. A lot of shit was going on, and we ain't talking about just perverted sex acts. They got all kind of shit going on, man, with that shit. And not, Epstein ain't the snake of the head, man. Ain't the head of the snake. Epstein ain't the head of the snake, y'all. Trust that, man. Trust that. Sick fuck, but he ain't the head of the snake. It's the mother people. Yeah, you right about that though, C1. This is what they do, man. They rape and pillage. All right, who that? Nikki's Girl 05. Welcome to Under the Groove Podcast. This is a new name, y'all. Appreciate you in here. This is where we get together. We get together and we call this episode, touching bases with the people. All right, this is where we get down and we attempt to Always focused on the focus, Nikki's girl. You're more than welcome to be here. Please like, share, and comment to this podcast, Under the Groove Podcast, and subscribe if you see fit. You know what I'm saying? That's not something we force or press on people. You know, if you like the message, then you'll sub. You know, we get down like this, man, from Tuesday to Friday, 8:15. Excuse me, 6:15 to 8:15. So you're being here, you know, it's an honor, and hopefully you enjoy your time here. You pick up something as a result of coming in or tapping in Under the Groove Podcast. Thank you for being here, Nikki's girl. Nikki girl, go on to say, right, we as a people have to come together. We cannot help no one if our own is not involved with each other. We have to keep our energy in us. Then maybe we can help others. And this is our sentiment. And I say this respectfully, however, unapologetically. Ain't no sense in us, man. No, man, we have to be one here means black first. In every sense of the word. Look, man, the concept is real simple. If it ain't us first dealing with whatever the issue is with us first, we ain't dealing with it. You know? In fact, we can't help nobody, man. We ain't helping ourselves. We can't help ourselves. The hell, y'all? What? So now it's almost as if we're fodder or something. You know? No. And we tried to help. Told y'all don't do it. See, don't do that. He don't play y'all. This is our understanding. This is our experience with these people. Yeah, they are. Yeah, blackies. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Okay. And help yourself. Help yourself. You know, I think this is an experience. You know, back in that mom, you say, boy, you make hard head, make a soft ass. You know, you made that bed, now sleep in it. You know, shit like that. And that's some real shit, man. We have issues on this side of the fence. Real issues. And we've been having them. And I think that's because we've taken our focus off of what we need to be focused on. We don't think about the family no more. We don't think about loving oneself anymore. Therefore, you can't love nobody else because you don't know how to love your damn self. We don't think about taking care of the family. In fact, nowadays, it ain't no family. You know, they made sure that they took the father out of the family so that the mother became mama and daddy. You know, how's that possible? We got issues. The hell we look like trying to help other people. I get it. I understand it. I understand that. But I'm a realist. It doesn't make sense. It's time for us to do what we need to do for us. Because ain't nobody else doing nothing for us, man. We got people talking about, oh, y'all didn't help us. Y'all. And when y'all was doing what y'all doing, y'all was looking down y'all noses at us. All kind of shit, you know, but that's neither here nor there. What the issue is, I think the conversation is this. We have to do for us. Because we all we have. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Nikki girl, for jumping in here. We appreciate your presence. This chat is called the Royal Group Congregation. This, you know, everybody here is family. You can come in here. You might not agree, but it's cool to agree to disagree. All right. We keep it pushing. You know, we don't allow, you know what I'm saying, people back and forth and argue. Ain't none of that. If you look and you pay attention, I don't care. We got to be over 100 some comments in here. Not one N word is in there. Not one B word is in there. Now me, I'm the host. I'm Bub, by the way. I might say motherfucker. I might say shit. You know, and I'm working on it. I'm working. I used to be really bad. I used to be worse than that. But you know, for the most part, you know, this conversation is kept alive with just, you know, a decent interaction where brothers and sisters sit down and they chop it up with sense. You know, they know what they're saying. They know what the statements they're making. They putting their sentences together. You know, this thing is done above board, you know. And even if you came in there and we on the street level, we chop it up, we still gonna understand you. You know what you're saying. You know what you want to say. We accept that as well. All right. We ain't nobody here ain't no higher echelon people up in here. We all from where we from. So again, thanks for coming in here. Appreciate you. Folks say when I look at some of the good that is taking place through mentorship and Black positive podcasts such as Under the Groove, how much are we to tolerate in this plight of ours as Black people? Well, first off, I appreciate the part about the mentoring. And again, man, kudos, man, to Big Miz. Man, you just set the bar, man. You just set the bar, man. And I'm telling you, that's the right type. See, that's the type of stuff. These are the examples we need in the community. You get it? This is what we supposed to be showing out and showing up for and about. Hey, man, the fact that you acknowledge it, Pope. You say the good that's taking place in mentoring, and our young brothers need it. Our young sisters need it. They need to be mentored. And I think the best mentoring or the best mentors are those who, was in the fray, was in the and made it out. They don't just have a story to tell, but they can help pass along lessons. They can help, which is what Miz is doing, help steer brothers away from that narrow path. The one that's going to lead them one or two places, the one that's going to have them make reservations for one or two places, either prison or death. Miz is the example of a mentor, man. How he interacts with these brothers, and I can go on and on talking about Miz, man, and what I saw, what we saw. I did drop that as a matter of fact, on Under the Groove yesterday. And I didn't say nothing. I just put it in and it came on. No commentary, nothing. It speaks for itself. But yeah, the mentoring, it needs to take place, It needs to take place. We need to have that, man. We need to have more podcasts where brothers are sitting down, they're dispensing, they're disseminating, man, positivity and education. They're sharing with the people, man, solutions. They're dropping jewels and gems, man, for the people to pick up, man. That's our wealth, man. Our education, our knowledge, I think, is our wealth, like it is our health, And I think education is part of what keeps us healthy, man. It keeps us right. We need all that shit, bro. We need it. Raymond Skull's supposed to start a podcast pretty soon. I don't see him in here tonight, so I imagine he's putting his finishing touches on his get out. And whenever he come up, we need to honor that brother, man, and go visit it, his get out. Let's make sure that his launch, his day one, is right. We want him not just to feel good about it, but we want him to understand, okay, yeah, man, this is something we need you to do. We want him to feel motivated, man, to do more. So whenever he drop his thing, man, let's pay homage to the brother. Let's go check his shit out. Let's like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're going to subscribe. We're going to press that we subscribe to Raymond Skull's podcast. All right. We need more brothers in this get down, y'all. The more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. Sam Evans, I see you. That was Hidden Figures, but it was with the three sisters, right? And that one sister that worked for NASA, they helped. That mean they make it like she helped. No, man, she didn't just pioneered GPS. She created it. She was a mathematician, man, that understood the formula, that wrote it and told them this is how this should work. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They didn't know nothing about it till she did it. Mary something. Damn, I just had her up here. Where'd it go? Fuck. Excuse me, y'all. The NASA scientist who just passed away that created GPS. Dr. Gladys West. Yeah, she was in that movie. You're right. She was in that movie Hidden Figures. But she just one, man. She just one of and I don't want to say a few. I want to say many. One of many. Man, our people, man, do great things, man, all the time. We just don't hear about it until, way later. Again, this is how they program. This is how they get out. They go get the best of our best. And we're all the best. You know, we're all good. But some of us, we reach higher levels than others. That's okay. But they go and recruit them. They draft them. You know, it's like it's a sport. You know, it's like it's a sport. You know, out of college, they're going to go draft them. You know, or they recruit them. The best of our best, man. And we don't know till 50 years later that they created something. See, so that we're being barred from knowing the accomplishments, the creations of our people, what our people are able to do. So we're kept from that knowledge. We're led to believe, man, that we don't do jack. We're inferior. Truth of the matter is, mostly everything that it's our shit. It comes from our minds, our people's minds. From the laptops, man, to whatever, man, the cell phones, man, the street lights, the elevator, you name it. Automobile. They tell these lies, man. This shit is real. Just so much, man, that we could be doing. We haven't done anything for ourselves, for our people in 50 years. Gang bang. That's fucked up, man. That's make that make sense, man. And again, man, I don't care about blaming nobody else. It's been 50 years of this shit, man. We ought to know better. We ought to know better. James say, Bub, that's awesome. You're a cultivator. Many people don't know nothing about nature, plants, or the way it works. They should learn. I always recommend growing your own food, greens, veggies, and fruit. Yeah, I was telling you, this is what we talk about here. You know, our plan, you know, and it'll come to fruition soon. It's going to manifest itself. We planning now, man. We want acreage. We want acreage, man. You know, we want acreage, man. You know, so we can do just what you said. You know, I would stop everything, you know, other than this, and I would grow food. I would grow food. Yeah. I would grow food to donate it. And I'll sell some to them other people. But it'd be the best damn quality food they had. No GMO in this. No pesticide. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have what they call the store, Whole Foods. And yeah, I'm going to have them type of prices for them people. I'm clouded, for real. But yeah, man, these are the things we're supposed to be doing for ourselves, bro. You know, we're supposed to feed ourselves. We're supposed to take care of ourselves. We're supposed to educate ourselves. You know, that's for real, man. We're supposed to do for ourselves. You know, again, we've done nothing for ourselves in 50 years, man. We are nothing but consumers, product consumers, man. That's it. We pay this country's defense bill, man. The Pentagon's bill budget a year is $1 trillion. We spending over 1.something trillion a year. We produce nothing. We've produced nothing in over 50 years. But damn, we spend a whole lot of money. That money we spend, it leaves the community, just like our black youth who go to these universities at Ivy League colleges. Our money leave like our children leave, and they never come back. Fuck we doing, man? Yeah, man, shit. We got to stop, man. We just got to stop blaming other people, man. We got to fucking do what we got to do. What we got to do. It's our people. We want to be pointing fingers. Well, don't point no finger, but we got to start addressing our people, man. You know, straight up, man. And a lot of them ain't gonna like it because they cool with what they doing. They cool with the situation. You know, few of them got some crumbs. Do what they do, you know. Nah, man. The needs of the few cannot outweigh the needs of the many, man. Not under these circumstances, man. Fuck that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit. Cuz old Dewey told me I didn't know my bad. I'm so far behind, man, and the damn RGC. My bad, y'all. My bad. James said, man, Cuzzo Dooley, your heart is in the right place, and that's all that matters, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Real spit, though. Cuzzo Dooley said, just wanted you to know that I support your message and the positive energy you bring to the tool and our people. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, though, man. Mr. Kevin Lil Zo Reed, what it do, bro? I just told Boss Klaus you tapped in the other day, bro. Good to see you up in this thing again, man. Yep. How you doing, bro? All right, Murray Bubba Johnson. You say amen, amen, amen. All right, man. Appreciate that, bro. Good to see you back as well, homie. Yep. James Cass said that's right. Sports are a great example of that. The NBA looks at prospects in high school from 14 up. They are conditioned by the time they have signed the contract and step onto the pro court. Yeah, I think that it's a process for sure. Starting from school, what they call it now, like middle school and all that stuff. We call junior high and high school. But anyway, I think that process starts there in high school. The SAT is an example of, I think of how they go about starting, to groom, look at, certain individuals in our community, our people. Then it goes to college, and they get drafted from college, They recruit from junior high school, to college, and they draft them from college. Yeah, it's the same process almost, I think. Yeah. Yep. Brothers and James, you're going to say brothers and sisters have been steered away from us since the beginning, not just Hollywood or the entertainment industry, but to the corporations, penitentiaries, and cemeteries. Real spit, man. But like I said too, it was short-lived, man. But there was a time, man, where our people here, none of that, man, played a role. You know what I mean? Our people didn't even think about that like that. You had a few trying to get into, pro league sports, back in the 20s and 30s or whatever, and they had to create their own get down, man, But for the most part, man, our people from back then, man, they had their own shit, so there was no coming in, technically, there was no coming in terms of how I'm talking about now for them to come and say, okay, we're going to get you, it didn't exist like that. They didn't happen like that. And in fact, back then, they thought we were contagious. So they didn't want us there anyway, which is all the better for us. You know what I mean? It was all the better for us. So it was until it was that good. That's how good it was. They gifted us segregation, man. They gifted us with segregation. That's how that shit happened. But damn, how people didn't have enough sense to say, nah, we good. We good being segregated. No, thank you, but no, thank you, no. Again, we fell for the okie doke. We fell for that shit. Let's be honest, integration didn't hit the scene until like the late 50s and 60s, till the 60s, honestly. But they were trying to integrate in the 50s. You know what I mean? We had a lot going on, and I don't understand why Black families felt that there was a need for us to integrate with people that didn't, with bigots, man, and racists. I don't understand that. And in my mind, that's when the first sellout took place. Because brothers and sisters, man, should have knew better. Like, no, man, we good. We don't need y'all. Y'all need us, but we don't need y'all. Man, that's when this shit went wrong, man. And it's been bad ever since. Segregation was something you can live with. You know what I mean? But integration is killing us, man. It's killing us. I'm going to talk about Donald Trump talking about segregating, but please do hurry. Hurry up, man. Shit. That's what I say. Hurry up, man, and redo this thing, man. Please reinstate segregation. We'll help you. Shit. We should help them quick as spit, man. Yeah. Murray Bubba Johnson said, man, we got the truth. They are happy for real, true. Murray, you going to say Acres Home, put me on Big Bro Bub in Fort Worth. I got the game from some originals, my G's originals. I wasn't taught that. I was taught to educate myself and others. That's to get down though, man. And we should all take the opportunity to do for self, But here's the funny thing, and I mention this quite often, in prison, I would, now, and it's crazy, and I say it's crazy. The funny thing about it was, in prison, I was forced to educate myself in terms of identity and history, reading and writing and shit of that nature. Well, reading and writing, I was good at anyway. And I said this is funny because my mother was an educator. Our mother was an educator. Had a master's and all that. She doctorates. My mother, she was an educator. And all the books, man, that I ran across in prison, I had at home. You know what I mean? My punishment used to be I had to read a book, in a matter of time, or the punishment would be worse. I'm getting my ass whooped, even worse, So I read books before I went to prison. I read books before I went to youth authority. I read books before I was going to juvenile halls. You know what I mean? So I get to prison, and I was told, you got to do this, in terms of, educating myself. You got to do shit. Oh yeah, you got to do this. And some told me, hey man, yeah, you better go do this because these dudes, hey man, prison was different back then too. I'm talking about the 80s, the mid 80s, man. Prison was different. And shit. And these are my homeboys. I'm like, all right. And I said, it ain't worth the stabbing. It ain't worth writing an essay ain't worth the stabbing, man. All right, man. So that's what I did, But I was forced to make, I was forced to learn, but I was more so forced to make myself, to allow myself, not make myself, but to allow myself to be taught or to be educated, and that is where I get my appreciation for a lot of my, my older bros, man. I do, and as a result, as I, I had more than half my life in jail. All right. I'm 61. I could tell you straight up, man, I'm 61. 40 something years, man. 40 some years going to jail. Since let me put it like this, since I was what, 13, in the arrested, juvenile hall, shit like that. 14, Anyway, as a result though of being forced to, to allow myself to be educated, I end up being that way. I didn't force, homies that became my cellies. I didn't have a lot of cellies. I didn't like cellies, you know what I mean? 'Cause, all homies don't think alike. That's one thing I had to learn. But anyway, there was always an opportunity in the cell if you was in the cell with me to learn, to be educated. And that's what anybody that was ever my cellie would tell you, that was to get down. That was to get down. Educate yourself, homie. Just don't be on no stupid shit. It's cool. You're going to be stupid, go outside the cell. But if you're educating yourself in here, when you leave out the cell, you're going to take the education with you. You're going to be all right. You ain't going to be no stupid, motherfucker, And that's just what it was. So that, as a result of, my G homies, the G's above me, putting that on me like that, I end up, carrying that, but it wasn't a forced thing. It was, my approach was different. I'm not going to stab you if you're going to write this essay, but at their disposal was just volumes of books, writing paper, pens, dictionaries, thesauruses, whatever, and that's what it was, But yeah, so anyway, in any respect, though, Murray Bubble, man, education shouldn't be frowned upon, bro. And it's a good thing, man. Allow yourself to learn something, to be educated about something, especially self. Especially self, and that's what education I think can provide to us is the knowledge of self. We're educated properly. If we're educated properly, we can learn first and foremost who we are, and you use that, man, to know the person next to you. It's like the love thing, man. You can't love nobody, if you don't love yourself. You can't know nobody else if you don't know yourself. You know what I mean? And I think that's what education brings to us individually. Knowledge of self, and that's what we lack. That's what we lack. Well, shit, look at this. We got an old soul with a cold stroll up in here. Long time no see, man. How you doing, bro? Hopefully everything is everything. Yeah, you come back in with a lug too. Game banging is played out. Tell the truth, man. So we say here now, game banging need to die so brothers and sisters can live. And we mean that. I still got to get that t-shirt made too. Game banging needs to die so brothers and sisters can live. Y'all already know, man. What you talking about, C1? She say grinding up toke time with Uncle. Well for Uncle or Toke. Yep. He most definitely not the head, but we getting there. And remove it. I'm just reading it as it goes, C1. Love all y'all. I gotta get back to making music and going to war creatively. There you go. Hey, you still right before you go, C1. You didn't drop in the email, the podcast email, photos or something. Let me look at what you're doing. Let me and the Queen check it out. All right. You get a chance. All right. Oh, so with a cold stroke. Anyway, and good night. Well, not good night. You're not about to go to bed. It's daylight over there. Enjoy yourself, man. Get creative. Make it happen. All right. One love, sister. All right. Oh, so with a cold stroll. He said a mentorship program is fire and gave me a great idea to piggyback off that. I'll keep UTG posted. Yeah, I don't know if you checked it out, but Big Miz had did a mentoring thing, man, and it was it was a course that these young brothers had to attend for days and days. I think more than a week, maybe 2 weeks on end, maybe longer, I think. But anyway, he sent me the clip. And I posted it on the Get Down, man. I didn't give it nothing. I just dropped it. Boom. I had no commentary or nothing. And hey, man, I think he did the damn thing, you know. So you're saying now, shoot, you on that? Yeah, I'm falling by. I need to get mine up and running. I need to get mine up and running. Real spit. And I don't have to start one. If somebody want me, hey man, I'd be more than willing. I'll be more than willing, man, to be a mentor or be some type of to come and speak to the young brothers and sisters. More than willing. All right. So let that be known. Shoot. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. All the best with that. Make it happen, man. Create that fire. And then more than that, though, you're bringing something to the table for the young brothers and sisters I'm pretty sure need it. I'm pretty sure they need it. So it's a good thing, bro. Get it done, man. More power to you. More power to you. Robert Sims. He say Gladys Mae West. Yeah, that was her name, the sister that worked for NASA and created GPS. Appreciate that insight, bro. How you been, man? All right. You say you're going to let we say I'll call you in the morning. I ain't heard from you, but that's all right. Priorities first. Love you, homie. I think I tried to give you a call actually last week. You didn't answer. That's fine, man. I'm liable to pull up on you, hang out with you for a little bit. Hope that everything is everything, man. You and bro and sis are well, all right? I love you, homie. I'll talk to you soon. Real shit. Real shit. Okay. So what the Cold Stroll said, until take action and stop looking at each other as enemies, we're talking just to be talking. That's right. And that's why I say, man, it's time to get up and running and bring something to the table. And I love being able to, speak to the loved ones, our people, and you try to bring something positive, what I'm saying, to this get out or to theirs. Someone said last week, man, for a lot of brothers in the RGC, the Royal Group Congregation, is therapy, and they could come and, not just, vent and, release, whatever anxieties, pressures, and stress they have, but man, just to hear, something positive. So it's therapeutic for them, and that's a good look, man. And I told him, man, that should go for any platform or any channel or podcast that would do, this type of get out. Man, visit them, tap in with them, tap in with them. You never know. Never know, man. Oh, so what a Cold Stroll said, tree is the rarest material in the universe. Well, why is that so, brother? Now you got my, and I need to understand that because I'm not sure if I ever recall hearing that. I probably had to, go back in, recesses of my mind to bring that one up. But a tree is the rarest material in the universe. Share that with us, man. All right. Here's a jewel, y'all. Here's a jewel. A tree is the rarest material in the universe. Got all kind of shit going through my mind, but I'm gonna wait for you, and hopefully you tap back in also. All right, C1, cheers. Do your thing, sister. 35. What time is it? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago when you dropped that old soul. I sure would like to hear that. But yeah, it's about time, y'all. I got some movies to catch up on. I'm gonna do some more stuff tonight, but I changed my mind. I'm gonna relax. I get up in the morning, do what I do. Excuse me, I'll be 10 toes down on my grand rising. Do no morning. All love to the chat, Royal Group Congregation. Peace and blessings to everybody, you guys. Like I said, it's Friday evening for some of us. You decide to, have a good time tonight. Take care of yourself. Be careful. Do what you need. Do what you do, but attempt to do it in moderation. All right? Do it in moderation. That way, you're still in control. You're still aware. You'll be able to, see everything. You know, that's the business. Want to be aware, y'all. You want to be able to see everything. You want to be able to focus on the focus. All right. So let's do that. Even as you enjoy your night or whatever the case may be, always try to focus on the focus. Always strive to focus on the focus. All right. This is Under the Groove Podcast. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you see fit. Also, go over to our new channel, All Things Politics 26. Please like, share, comment with that channel as well. Subscribe to that one. We would appreciate that very, very much. It's just getting up and running, but your patronage, your viewership would be greatly appreciated. And that goes to everybody in here that's part of the Royal Group congregation. Those who are not, but enjoy coming here and hanging out with us, please support that channel as well. This is Under the Groove Podcast. You have been touching bases with the people. This is where we focus on the focus and we get down with the get down. It's all right. Okay, I gotta answer this one right there. Queen Nzinga say a tree is the rarest form of organized matter. All right. Sharpshooter, what it do? He say, salute, Bub, and your queen. I'm putting that Abe Lincoln get down together now and send it tonight. Peace. All right, there you go. Want to see that that get down, man. All right, C1 also. I don't know. Yeah, I think you gave it's C1 Zoli. I think, yeah, I think I know. So I'm gonna go check that out. All right. Check out what you got vibing. You know, let's go and get down with this get down. Again, people, all love and respect. Love yourself so that you can love someone else. All right. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of somebody else who may not know they need taken care of. All right. That's what the program should be. When we talk about B1, we're talking about black first. All right. And it starts with you. It starts with you, black man, black woman. If you're melanated, that's what you are. All right. If you're black, you're melanated. That's what you are. All right. You know, just love yourself. All right. And know that, hey, when we make it to another day, it's going to be better than the one we left. All right. The one we left behind won't compare. Today was a good day. Peace and blessings to everybody. Take care of yourself. You are, you have been, and you will be Under the Groove. Peace, everyone. Power is in the people. All right.
Count the names, count the bodies, count the victory. Cullen Hughes, Hearst, the writing future history. From the Apollo to the borough to the sphere. Where the echo of those Harlem nights still ringing clear. So when they ask what happened in those tenement flats, between the spirituals and where consciousness is at, tell them we transformed suffering to scholarship and song. Tell them we've been telling you we're brilliant all along. The Renaissance will prologue every decade since the sequel. Every black child born's continuation of the people who survived the Middle Passage, survived the Jim Crow laws and built magnificence from nothing but their vision and their flaws. That's in the sergeant is once a less than. Actors, hatches, and mistakes. Please don't you, I can't stop us. Power sensitive plot to the applause for polls. Need your data, tropes, and constantly problem when the wedges want to build the season bait. Now don't get the pause. It's just erasing up the times. Plead the markets off the main. Make it honor fans. Turn the neck and love the durn. Suffers like a kesha. You went from the preaching up on side is each alone. But on the shit and untrue seeing vets. Someone that buried in some Gary land. Be hell in heaven, you see what the Bonavir. If wait something for the marker, make the key to pull the trumpets on the boards to the singer. Land is carried open, slowly keep us looking on my mother. Break it, generosity for the he and let the blessed be. It's every time we keep a spawn.